The New York offense taking over for their next possession. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
To the air, Penix. This pass out wide to Hall. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it second down. You look at this Colt defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that they spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 43, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go.
Richardson looking to throw this. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Here's 2nd and 10.
19 tight. 19 tight. Here we go. Set. Hurt.
And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. He finds Taylor, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Now it's Richardson. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jets are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
They'll start on the ground. Hall. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Okay, every now and then, my defensive bias will leak out here. Abysmal play for them. You've got them backed up, and you let them out.
Couldn't take advantage. And you know who's happy? The punter. Because if he was needed, they gave him a lot of space to work with now.
Yeah, because he would have had a lot to think about, right? Don't step over the back line and give him a safety. Now he's got room if he needed it.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 4. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Here's Penix. Under pressure, they got him again. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He gets this complete to Shaheed. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A big play there. 42 yards. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now 14-0. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Hall on a give up the middle, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And looking to throw, Penix. To the right side and intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know we can't do a mind meld and really know exactly what he was thinking, but I didn't see an open receiver there. Maybe, possibly, he did that on purpose and just overthrew him.
Yeah, coverage was good, so maybe indeed that was another way to throw it away, if you will. Now a 2nd and 10.
Back at 60. Here we go. Sack. Mustang 19.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. And the Jets are going to have it here at their own 15. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Back to throw now in his own end zone. It's complete to Diggs. Short completion, just 4 yards, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back them up halfway.
Sack. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
And now an audible here into something else. They'll throw with Penix. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. A final shot before the half. Richardson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals pass.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Zaire Franklin. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. And that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
19 Lions. Go.
Now Richardson. Open man down the field. This is Mitchell. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Let's go.
Again, it'll be Taylor. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Richardson. Flush to his right. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Anthony Richardson taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Colts take a 3-touchdown lead. Now Joey Sly for the point after. And it is now 21-0. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
19 tight. 19 tight. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready.
They'll set up a throw. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Ready.
Now Penix. The Colts
What is
are
he
going to get
doing?
him. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking him.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Let's go.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Set. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Hut, hut.
Back to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point of the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Check smash. Check smash. Seven Pirates. Seven Pirates. Get up.
They are going for it. Penix. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
2nd down and 4.
They run once more with Taylor. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
Sly on for the extra point.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
Let's go with this. Let's go with this.
Ready, ready.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. But the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
79 Broncos.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
Over the middle, caught by London.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Hall.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Here's Hall again.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
50 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8.
Off play action, here's Penix.
Rolling to his right.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Unable to corral him, he fights through. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Richardson to throw off play action. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Oh, my, you know that's one that he'll want to have back. I mean, they did everything right. Got the linebackers commit on the play action. He just flat out missed.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
They'll try and run. Taylor.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor.
His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Colts get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
And oh, it's wide right. No good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Puka Nacua, 70 yards. And the Jets are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead drops from 34 down to 27. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
And despite a nice juke there, really good move, he only gets about a yard, and it brings up 2nd down.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27.
Let's go.
Again, it's Taylor.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Let's go now. Go.
To the right side, this is Taylor.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Tight. Mustang 19. Cub 19. Cub 19. 18. Rattler. 18. Rattler. Buffalo 18. Check go.
Richardson looking to throw.
He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Adonai Mitchell.
76 yards.
And the Colts have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here, and you go.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on it.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you've got to get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Adetomiwa Adebawore there for the defense. From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 7.
Go! Ready, ready?
To the air, Penix.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And looking to throw, Penix.
And Diggs has it. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
On the bootleg, it's Penix.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Richardson to throw.
Touchdown, Colts.
Josh Downs.
26 yards.
And the Colts continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Richardson will throw for it.
And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, I mean, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Now 2nd and 9.
Let's go. 19 Lions. Ready.
They'll set up to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Puka Nacua
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jets get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
You just kind of feel for the defense right now. This deficit, they have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands on hips, some long faces out there on the defensive side. They're like, oh, my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't understand how hard it is when you're on the side that's being dominated to keep your head up and continue to play hard. And that's what they're going through right now, trying to find that pride inside of them to allow them to continue to fight, even though they are down huge in this game.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
19 tight, 19 tight. Panther 11, Panther 11. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready, ready.
From his own end zone, it's Richardson.
And now here is another interception. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Here's Penix. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Now the try here for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the 4th quarter. You know, in the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much run on the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays. And they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it.
Now it's Richardson.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it.
Flushed out right. Complete. This is Mitchell. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 39.
Trap 60, trap 60. Warrior 70.
Richardson looking to throw this.
And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag.
We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long.
Again, it's Richardson. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes.
It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to fourth down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
60 now. Let's go.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by DJ Reed.
And the Jets force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
He's going to let it fly. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And a good return, but he pays the price at the end of it as he's picked up and thrown down. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on.
And he's got Rome pushing his way through and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
93 yards rushing here for Taylor. He's got a first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Ready, ready.
to Taylor on first down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Now 3rd down and 7.
Go!
Play action. Now Richardson.
And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Indianapolis, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they've plummeted now to 3-11. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.